in the ring, and that's what I love.
Train
is Tim Bradley. It actually is a TB.
First questions is how long,
Larry, but we're going to find out very shortly, I think.
And Marquez, who has, now that he's a welterweight,
He may be able to block him in the back of his glove. So
laid back and he's studying Marquez. Both fighters
be sucked into a brawl.
they're both Marquez to the punch here, but
pretty well. And that's a beautiful vintage uppercut by Manuel. And there he tries it again. Didn't Colonel. And there's another big left hook, and he's caught.
Height difference here in favor of
Bradley has.
that Bradley is a naturally
Bell ending round one. That's a Bradley round. Colonel Bob Sheridan, we got Larry Merchant, Mario, sensational professionals, and the
quick short.
Bradley.
Left shoulder, dip,
He did the first.
and then final pounds to the body of your opponent.
Now we. Bradley seemed a little more comfortable in there.
Yeah, you're right. For him, nice.
Staying disciplined to remain the puncher.
Second round, Thomas and Mack, loaded. You don't want to come straight in, and you're right, Mario. He's one of the best.
get the feeling that he's what is he doing? Where can I get him?
It's a Bradley shot with a nice and right. And both letting the
line. Timothy Bradley with the yellow trim in his black.
Those looping punches and his head leaning forward, that remains to be seen.
Well, Bradley's 8-0 championship fights.
In the sense that
played into his strengths.
He was coming for could play off that.
On pace and chooses to exchange, then that's a play.
He's hitting him more.
How he's fought.
Really excited. You got to remember, anything you said, Mexican fans in attendance.
That's not being generous, excuse me.
James Carville doesn't particularly agree with me. But the exchange. Tim makes him miss it.
Them pretty well.
Still ends. That to me.
Nice counter left hook, right hand combination.
Bob Sheridan here with Larry Merchant. Wow with the punches.
Feel the same way.
And great champions like him could do, you know, if he comes back and lands some shot. I think Tim could just outbox him like this all night.
Arm shot, it'll help.
Now you try it. I love the referee. State Athletic in Los Angeles, but basically he's dictating that.
Rising figure, because he's doing what he's got to do to win. Yet,
His money, his fame.
You know, that's and Bradley is mostly beating on Marquez.
But not much happened there in all honesty. The left hand with the right one up behind the ear. Distrito Federal, you better be a mathematician for the government in Distrito Federal. Blow to the body, will not hurt him. Stiff jab. Nacho knows what he's doing over there.
And since then, I haven't seen him around.
You know, what Tim wants to do, it's certainly not what he
Unlike, he has nothing.
landed. Eventually, this guy's going to wilt and he'll stop it.
Of nerve. Who can make the other guy?
It goes to what I was saying, Larry. You know, that's very hard, and it takes great discipline to do
For the younger, quicker, faster.
a fight like this. This is perfect for him. Look at this. Pop the jab fighter. I'm
With
glad that we get to see him one
moment, as we saw from against that change.
near this one. No, they trade chin.
Fighters taunting each other. Frustration. That body shot landed, by the way.
What happened? And I personally would love to see it happen. Looking to throw in right now. But it's one
Moving his head very well.
as he did in the last round. Marquez, I think so, because I've seen
It's the opponent, and recall that I said it'll come along who exposes it. Is what we're here to find out.
as opposed to the dramatic knockout that he did. I see this guy will.
Right, and 40 years old.
Every interview we did this week, he talked about how much they
He can't pull the trigger.
Well, you know, in their prime, they're punching as the openings develop.
Never coming straight in. Gets the up in front of him now. Closing seconds of the couple of seconds. And ends this against two legendary fighters.
Not overwhelming him. He'll catch it.
About going into this fight. How could
Provednikov, we're going to see him in action next week in a place called Denver, Colorado in the United States.
Yeah, and as far as that chess match goes, as ground, so you never know what the way the crowd goes into play.
And I think that's more to the...
Sorry, it's the conditioning of a younger Marquez.
He's starting to move forward gradually, someplace comfortable, a little closer.
Wow, with that shot. Look at the job he did.
Pacquiao miss a lot.
That was the Pacquiao's jaw, the one that just missed.
But I don't know how much is left on his punches. Well, there was a fighter who said, you know, your mind's
in such dramatic fashion with that knockout.
But we know how hard he trained.
Your old body that has been. Bradley wins that round.
Marquez, and maybe not open up that.
Bradley with his back to you. That's one to pick up a paycheck and thumb his way up to Kennedy for his fight.
Good right hand, a quick one. Almost reading my mind because what happened.
Michael
And what George did. So now you have to start thinking in terms of setting a trap and changing the course of the
those clubbing punches at the heavyweight.
Giving him the opportunity to
pattern. He's changed up. He can't. That he saw a tell. He hasn't been able to find the tell.
With a light left hand on the inside. Tim, because there's a frustration from Marquez here now. And he doesn't look great.
Boxer, is he a brawler? But what he is...
Unorthodox, athletic.
He's all of those things. And because of that...
Like he's not able to land the shots he's put it in there.
You're right. He decided that he would brawl.
Or something dramatic.
Or something dramatic.
Success.
Nice straight right hand.
Round 9, Thomas and Mack. The book hasn't been finished yet, but he's under.
A nice left hook by Marquez.
Moving forward.
Marquez is out of his game. He's got to go on the assault. He has to deviate what the last 4 rounds are all about.
Well, he needs to, wanting to be victorious at this point in my...
Jab, hook, a little more hand speed. Maybe it's an adrenaline flow. But he's got something now.
These things count. He has to make
Vegas the over and under on the betting line.
I feel.
And don't question it is. Doing all that feeling out earlier. Great thing that Tim's doing is not get. All he has to do is box. And he missed them or Tim rolls. Neither fighter is shaken. No. Marquez. Marquez being aggressive here in the 9th round. He heard great shit.
Gentlemen. There's a nice exchange by Marquez. Nations inside and get out of there.
Go to 10.
Right, these championship rounds.
All those punches.
The chance of Mixico from the crowd.
He's got to drop him, or he's got to hurt him at the tail end of the last round. But Tim has got all his brain cells are clicking right on.
Marquez. Marquez is a little surprised.
Marquez has definitely landed
Marquez stalking.
way over, so he really can't do anything but hit. I just don't think at this age you can see the card, but I don't see Manuel this one. That's a knockdown. Multiple-time champion, Manuel.
Now these have been very close rounds.
Because I have it 98-92, don't you think the judges might be good?
Kevin Ioli from Yahoo.
Yeah, from Yahoo and Dan.
Back there in press row, no, they shoot the breeze back and forth. I was absolutely two of the best journalists in the world. And Kevin Ioli and I sit in the or even or the other one. Doesn't surprise me. But again, 2 rounds.
He hasn't, but Bradley has slowed down.
In a fast-paced situation, moving in each other and countering early.
A young Marquez to maybe close it out strong.
They believe, as does Dan Rafael, we'll find out. Marquez won that round. So he's won.
Or at least a knockdown.
Out of my score sheet. Or knock it down to government. One great champion in history.
In which we are looking for that.
Yes.
Me that it was the greatest mistake. And Bradley.
Again. the case tonight.
And it's a mistake if he wants to win.
And he just wants to win.
Get away from you in case the judges have. Oh,
Letting his hands go, and he was a busy fighter, and he was overwhelmed.
see Manuel. He's got all the way.
Had his moments, and I still think he's done enough to win this round.
It crashed him, and he almost dropped it. He almost dropped it.
Well, that,
Oh, no, he hurt him.
was hurt. He
Definitely.
was hurt.
Oh, he hurt him.
Marty.
Wow. That's it right. I'm okay with it. I can live with it.
WBO welterweight champion of Timothy Desert.
He retained